Hi, everyone. This is Gina Kahaksan from the Philippines. For this reflection, I read an advice column from Psychology Today titled How to Handle Family Conflict Without Losing Your Mind, written by Dr. Abigail Briner in 2021. The article dives into a situation involving adult siblings who are in conflict over caregiving responsibilities for their aging parent, a situation that is sadly pretty common. Let's start with the root causes of the conflict. In the article, Dr. Brenner explains that many family disputes, especially between siblings, stem from unmet expectations, lack of communication, and unresolved emotional baggage from the past. In this example, one sibling felt they were doing all the work while the other wasn't helping enough. But the problem wasn't just about chores. It was also about feeling unappreciated and maybe even repeating dynamics from childhood, like feeling less favored or heard. This builds up over time and leads to resentment. What is interesting here is that the conflict wasn't immediate. It simmered under the surface until it exploded during a stressful moment. That is something I think a lot of people can relate to. Dr. Brenner gives some solid advice on how to manage and resolve these kinds of conflicts. First, she recommends using I statements to express emotions without sounding accusatory. So instead of saying, you never help, it's more like, I feel overwhelmed when I don't get support. This keeps the conversation open rather than defensive. She also emphasizes the importance of timing, not having serious discussions in the middle of an argument or when emotions are running high. Instead, she suggests setting a neutral time to talk things through calmly. Another helpful tip was considering family therapy, especially if the conflict has deep emotional roots. While I agree with her strategies, I would add a couple of things. One is reflective listening, which is when you repeat back what the other person said to make sure you understood them. For example, so what I hear you saying is that you felt left out when I made decisions without you. This not only clears up miscommunication, but also shows that you are listening with empathy. Another suggestion I'd add is writing things down before a tough conversation, maybe journaling or even writing a letter you don't send. This helps organize thoughts and release some of the emotional pressure ahead of time. And finally, I'd recommend framing the conflict in terms of shared goals. For example, instead of focusing on who does more, the conversation could focus on what is best for mom or how can we support each other. That kind of shift can turn a fight into a collaboration. So overall, or yeah, this article gave some great tools for navigating family conflict, and it really emphasized the importance of self awareness, calm communication, and being willing to step into the other person's shoes. So that's all. Thanks for listening.